Well, hello, family. Good evening. This is Dr. Kia. It's so good to be back. I know I've been away for a long time, but I needed some rest. I needed to nourish my body. Oops. And I needed to spend time with family. So that's something that ladies need to do and try to do often. And also, I think it's something that's very necessary in terms of being rested and taking care of yourself if you're going to take care of your family. So I took some time off to take care of myself, to become well rested, well watered, and to become well centered. So, welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something that's very dear to my heart, and that is the practice of being elegant. The reason why I chose that topic and I love to talk about it is because, my darlings, I consider myself to be an elegant, graceful lady. Because that's the way my grandmother raised me and the women in my community, including my mother and my grandmother, my great grandmother, and all those ladies that were around us. They taught us how to be graceful, refined, classy, and elegant. So it's important to understand and understand that elegance is the quality of being graceful and refined in mannerisms, attitude, and appearance. So I want to talk about elegance as it relates to being refined and classy in your attitude and mannerisms. And we can talk about appearance later. But when you come from a place of peace and joy and all those characteristics I'm going to talk to you about today, then what's inside you will come out of you. And you will start to not only behave a certain way or think a certain way, but to look and dress a certain way. So, again, elegance is the quality of being graceful and refined in mannerisms, attitude, and appearance. So, here are the top 10 qualities of an elegant lady. Now, I'm going to take my time. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. And I hope that you will ask questions and that you will chime in and give your thoughts on this topic. Now, elegance is very important because these characteristics that are in alignment with being refined, graceful, classy, and elegant actually raise the vibration or lift the energy of everybody around you because men, women, and children are inspired by grace, elegance, beauty, and refinement. So here are the top 10 qualities of an elegant lady. Number one, an elegant lady is very positive. That means she can see the good in everybody and every situation. She looks at a glass as being half full rather than half empty. She can see positivity in people, places, things, and events because she has an abundance mindset. She has an abundance mentality. She knows that God is good, the universe is good, and the universe has her highest thoughts and her highest behavior, her highest good has her highest good in place. So having an abundance mentality puts you in a place where you don't have a scarcity mentality, or you don't look for the bad in other people. You genuinely believe that everybody has good in them, and you genuinely believe that God and the universe and every event has your highest good in mind. Secondly, the elegant lady has a peaceful disposition. A peaceful disposition. That means that she's calm, she's serene. For the most part, she's quiet, she's not brash, she doesn't speak with harshness. She is a very peaceful person because any issues that she may have had in her past or in her life, it has already been resolved. So perhaps before we even talk about these characteristics, we need to state that some people may need to be in a certain environment that is conducive to having these characteristics. And if you don't have that type of environment, or you are not able to exude these characteristics, it's a good idea to sit and talk to somebody, or maybe receive counseling, or maybe go and get what some people will call talk therapy, or a life coach. So when you have your issues resolved, you come from a place of peace, serenity, calmness. Why? Because you're well nourished, you're well rested, you're well watered, you're not hurried. There's no need to be, my darlings, when you are elegant. Not only do you come from a place of peace, but people that are around you become peaceful because that emanates from your being. Number three, the elegant lady speaks with grace and class. I love this. You speak basically what's in your heart, what's in your mind. You speak from a place, yes, of experience, but based on your mentality. And that's why we said the number one characteristic is that an elegant lady has an abundance mentality. She's very positive. So she speaks with grace. Her words are seasoned with grace. They are tasteful and they are endearing. An elegant lady uses endearing terms or terms of endearment. Do you remember how back in the day, the old ladies and maybe even your grandmother would call you sweetie pie, sugar lumps, honey lamb? Those are the type of endearing terms that I heard my grandmother use. She actually called me precious. So that was my name for her name for me. She called some of my other cousins and brothers and family members lovely, sugar lamb, honey dumplings. The elegant lady uses very pleasant words and endearing terms because she feels juicy and she feels lovely and she feels amazing. This is her true inner self. So when she feels that way, she speaks that way and she thinks that way of others. So she uses endearing terms. She sometimes is silent and only speaks when words improve upon the silence. The elegant lady only speaks when words improve upon silence, because sometimes silence is very, very powerful. So unlike ladies who are brash and other people who are rude and mean, disrespectful, and just speak or utter words that, as soon as they come to their mind, anything that comes to the tongue, the elegant lady is very mindful. She's careful about what she says, because the scripture says that the tongue can be very sharp. It can be very brutal. It can cut people. Now, some people may take pleasure in that, but not an elegant lady. She takes pleasure in being healing. She heals people with her words. Her words are endearing. They're soft. They're graceful. They're loving. She makes sure that her language is in alignment with the way she feels about herself, the world, and others. She does not use foul language. The elegant lady, when we were growing up, you remember when they did not cuss. The young ladies who were growing up to be graceful and elegant were not allowed to cuss. Why? Because foul language really brings down the vibration. Those are low vibrational words. So we sometimes have to practice this. Do not use cuss words or harsh words or words that bring down the vibrations, and only use words that raise the vibration. Why? Because words cast spells. So the elegant lady casts spells of love, casts spells of endearment, casts spells of joy, casts spells of peace, casts spells of friendliness, kindness, goodness, and gentleness. Words cast spells. We have to be very mindful of the words that we speak. And this is what a refined, classy, elegant, sophisticated lady does. Next, The elegant lady exudes joy. I love this. I love this because joy is a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's a little different from happiness. So what they say joy is, it's an abundance of happiness, being elated or elation, being exuberant. But it's a little different. Joy is a little different from happiness. Happiness is contingent upon an event or a circumstance. So maybe you hit the lottery, you're happy, or maybe you see somebody, you're happy. But joy is a state of mind, it's a state of being. It's being elevated in your mood, elevated in your emotions, happy from in terms of the way you think most of the time, almost all of the time. Why? Because you know that God will take care of you, because you know the universe has your highest good at heart, because you know that all issues can be resolved. And those that maybe look like they cannot be, you can learn from them. So joy is a state of being. It's a state of mind. It's being elevated in your mood. It's being yes, happy, but exuberant. So the elegant lady has a surplus of joy, a surplus of happiness, and such that she's filled with so many juicy emotions that it comes from her, and the surplus springs out of her being and touches all those around her and make them joyful and happy too. Number 5, the elegant lady has excellent communication skills. Excellent communication skills. That means that anytime there's a chance for her to speak or resolve issues, she comes from a place of a win-win disposition or a win-win place, a place of abundance. She's able to come from a win-win paradigm because she has an abundant mentality, a positive mentality. What does it mean to be win-win? It means that she knows that when she communicates, that any issue can be resolved in a manner that she and anybody else that she is communicating with can win. Everybody can come out on top. It's different from being lose-win or different from being lose-lose. So let me take a step back and talk about a win-win paradigm. So again, when you come from a place that we can both win in a disagreement or if there are issues that arise, then you say, we're going to talk. And we're going to take our time to commune back and forth until we resolve this so that you're okay and I'm okay, so that you're heard and I'm heard. Win-win, a win-win situation. Different from a win-lose situation whereby the person communicating will only speak and only come to a resolve that satisfies her needs, her thoughts, her ways, what she wants or desires. And she doesn't care about you or the other person, other people. They can lose. What's more important is getting her needs met. No, that is not what an elegant lady does. An elegant lady is about being win-win. So win-win, we're both going to be okay. We're both going to have resolve. We're both going to be relatively happy with the outcome. Win-lose, I'm okay, you're not. Lose-lose is when the lady or the person that's communing will say, I don't care if you're happy or I'm happy. I may take the postulation or the stance that we're not going to talk at all. Or I might just be so mean, abrasive, and rude that nobody has resolve. That's lose-lose. We are speaking about elegant ladies. We come from an abundance mindset and we commune in such a way that everybody wins. We have a win-win communication style. Number 6, or the 6th characteristic, is the elegant lady is productive with her time. She's not a busybody. She doesn't gossip. She doesn't waste her time, but she prioritizes her time. Why doesn't she utilize her time gossiping? Because gossiping is for people with small minds. And she recalls the words of former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt said that great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. So again, the elegant lady doesn't utilize her time gossiping, tattletelling, speaking badly about people because her mind is elevated. Great minds discuss ideas. She's thinking about and discussing ideas. How can I make my home better? How can I make my husband happy? How can I serve my children? How can I make my community better? How can I make society better? How can I serve humanity in a way where I can uplift humanity? Those are the things that elegant, graceful, refined ladies discuss, think about, and do, whereby average minds will talk about events. And that's okay because sometimes she has to talk about an event when she's discussing ideas and outcomes. But small minds discuss people. Small minds are concerned with chattering, gossiping, backbiting. So when I was growing up, the young ladies were actually trained how to discuss ideas, trained to think about and discuss ways that they can serve their family, God, themselves in a positive way, and their community. And the women that were in our community mimicked that, or they mirrored that. So I grew up seeing that all the time. That's why it's my great pleasure to talk about being a lady, being elegant, being refined, having class. So the elegant lady is productive with her time. She prioritizes her time. She sets aside time for God or her creator and her ancestor. And she has rituals, whether it be meditation, prayers, doing certain rituals to bliss or her ancestors, or pour libations to her ancestors. And she does it daily. She may have devotional time, is what we used to call it. So the elegant lady, again, prioritizes her time for God and her ancestors. She prioritizes her time for herself as well. Why? Because an elegant lady cares about and loves herself, my honeys, my darlings. Oh, yes, she loves herself. She has to prioritize her time for herself to take care of her needs, to make sure she's well rested, well watered, well fed. She eats well. She drinks plenty of water. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't carouse. She doesn't drink, or she drinks in moderation. But from my standpoint and my values, she doesn't drink. She sets aside time for herself, getting manicures, massages, sleeping, getting plenty of rest, having a well-balanced diet. Why? Because in order to take care of someone else, in order to take care of your family, your friends, your community, and humanity, you have to be full. So she's not selfish, she's self-full, right? Remember, I started out by saying that the elegant lady looks at a glass as full, or half full rather than half empty, because what's in that glass is for her. She's self-full. Any abundance or surplus or overflow that comes out of the glass is for everybody else. The elegant lady always looks good because she has taken the time for herself. Again, she's self-full, not selfish. What's in the cup, what's inside of me, what's in my being, what I have to offer, whatever I have in my coffers, whether that's my body, my mentality, my wallet, is for me. The overflow and the abundance is for you and for other people. So the elegant lady prioritizes her time. She sets aside time for God, herself. Third, she also sets aside time for her husband to make sure his needs are met. She sets aside time for her children and for her community. She takes care of all of them, but it has to start with her relationship with herself, her God, and her ancestors. She's able to give because she has been filled up in her devotional time. She's able to serve because she's been filled up with her time that she's given to her ancestors in celebration and ceremony. She participates in volunteerism. She participates in hobbies and humanitarian efforts. But that's only because she's productive with her time and she prioritizes her time sufficiently. She may awaken in the morning and write down all of the things that she needs to do for the day, for the week, for the month. And once those things that she needed to accomplish are accomplished, she'll put a check mark beside them. And she feels a rush of excitement because you get an adrenaline rush when you cross off the things that you need to do or your duties that you have set aside for yourself. So let's recap the top 6, and we're going to go on with the other qualities of an elegant lady. Number 1, she's very positive. Number 2, she has a peaceful, serene, calm disposition. Number 3, she speaks with grace and she uses words of endearment, juicy, sweet, pleasant words that make herself feel good and others, all those that are around her. She doesn't use any vulgar language that comes along with how she speaks. And number 4, she exudes joy. She comes from a place of happiness. It's her state of mind. It's her state of being because she knows the universe has her highest good at heart, because she knows that the world is good. And for the most part, people are good. That's an abundance mentality. So she comes from, or she exudes joy. Number 5, she has excellent communication skills. Number 6, she's productive with her time. And number 7, she practices good posture. I love this one because my mom actually taught me from the time I was a child to have good posture. I actually went to school for a short period of time to be a model. And when you're a model, you learn how to hold yourself with the comportment of a lady, with the comportment of a goddess or of an empress or of a queen. We actually learned that. So an elegant lady has good posture. She walks with her head high. Why? Because she's positive. She has high self-esteem. She feels good about herself. She has taken time with God and her ancestors in her devotion. She has taken time to practice self-care with her manicures and her massages and loving on herself. So she has good posture. Her head is high. She has great self-esteem. She raises her shoulders back. She tucks her stomach in. These are actually real ways or mannerisms of an elegant lady, a classy lady. Her head's high, her shoulders are back, her stomach's tucked in, and she imagines that there's a string that's being pulled up tightly, pulling up all of her insides, lifting her head, lifting her mood, lifting her eyes, lifting her spirits and her shoulders. She doesn't slouch. She's not lazy. She doesn't lazy in her posture. She doesn't slump over. She's not just, lackadaisical. She doesn't sit with her legs open. She's not cocked open. No, the elegant lady is good with her posture. And that includes the way she holds her hands. So I practice belly dancing. And in belly dancing, you have a lot of movements like this. A lot of. So an elegant lady, even when she speaks with her hands, my darling. She moves with such grace and skill and refinement. She is mindful of every single movement. And one of the reasons that she does this is because when you do so, you actually release pheromones. Pheromones coming from here, your wrist, opening that up. Pheromones from when you move your hair to the side and you show your neck. Pheromones are being released. Feminine pheromones are intoxicating. They lift people's moods. They inspire people. Just look at, isn't that so much different from somebody having a grueling, a grimace or a frown, and somebody that's being very harsh with the way they move, a very masculine, a feminine way of moving actually makes you feel good, actually makes you feel warm and calm, and it inspires you. This is what we learn in belly dancing. So I know how to use certain hand gestures. So the elegant lady has good posture and she practices it, as my mom taught me. As a matter of fact, when she's sitting with her back against the chair, her shoulders back, her head lifted, her stomach tucked in, she is careful, mindful how she has her hands. Sometimes she may have them as so, or this is graceful, being graceful, or but also her legs are crossed at the ankles because that actually stabilizes her, or she has her feet placed straight down on the ground to ground her. She typically doesn't have her legs crossed, although she may, but when you are taught, as I am, I don't know why my battery is going low, as I was, she knows that if you keep your legs crossed too much, for one, that's the way men sometimes sit. But secondly, it can cause a blockage in your arteries or heart conditions. So the elegant lady sits with the comportment of a goddess and of a queen. You should study the way queens, goddesses, or empresses sat. It lifts your mood, it lifts your disposition, and it helps people to respect you when you sit in such a way. And this is why, one of the reasons why we used to keep our weight down, keep our bellies flat, keep our boobs tight. And we actually, when I was a child, when I was a young lady, would have these machines where you could actually walk around doing this to tighten these muscles. This, yeah, we actually did that. We did a lot of jumping jacks and exercises to lift your shoulders. We also kept our stomachs flat so that it could help you to sit up straight like a lady. And for those ladies who are a little older than we and maybe had more pounds, they actually wore girdles and garments to hold them in, hold their posture in, so that they could sit up straight and that they could look more refined. Now, I know that may not be popular in today's era, but I'm talking about elegance, grace, refinement, and class. You don't just have everything hanging out. Everything should be tight. And that can be exhibited in the way that you sit. The elegant lady not only has good posture, but even when she walks gingerly, gently. She's not clacking her heels or stomping or abrasive in her walk. So remember, she has good posture. That was number 7. And she practices it often. As a matter of fact, my mother used to make me or have me to stand and sit with books on my head. I'm trying to check this computer. We had to stand and sit, actually, the women, or I did, with a book on your head, because that helped you to protect or to create good posture. And when you stand with the book on your head, and I used to have to walk from one end of the room to the other, back and forth, so that I can learn to walk with my head up and my shoulders back. So she has good posture. Number 8, the elegant lady has integrity. She does what she says she's going to do. She is very mindful that the way she behaves during the nighttime is the same way she would behave during the day. So she's consistent with being full of integrity, doing what she says she's going to do, putting things back if she took them out of place, and making sure that when she has communication with people, she leaves them feeling better than when she finds them. When she takes things and picks them up, she makes sure she places it where she picked it up from and makes sure she leaves it even in a better position. When she enters a room, she makes sure that the people and the things that she had used or communicated with have a better feeling about life and is left in a better place than when she entered the room. She's a woman of her word. She's a woman of integrity. Her life is exemplary. That's what an elegant lady does, because people are inspired by her. People look up to her. People mimic her. She is the template for how other ladies are to behave. She is the epitome of what grace looks like. She is the example of what a goddess looks like, or the embodiment, the feminine expression, or the feminine embodiment of God. That's what goddess means, God essence. This is what an elegant lady does. She has integrity. She maintains integrity at all times. No matter what situation she's in, she makes sure that she behaves in a very seemingly disciplined manner. Number 9, the elegant lady smiles. Yes, she does. She smiles because life is amazing, because she's full of joy, because the universe has her highest good at heart, because she has taken care of herself, her needs, her God, her ancestors, her husband, her children, and her community. So she smiles. The smile exemplifies the joy that's in her soul. The smile exemplifies that her cup is full and running over with love and joy and kindness and goodness. So she smiles, and she smiles often. Do you know that it takes fewer muscles to smile than it does to frown? So she is very mindful that even her face shows or exemplifies that she feels good about herself, that she's in a great place, because she is. So she smiles often and makes other people feel good around her. Do you know that people have done experiments where they have walked around frowning and watch how people around them behave. And when they walked around frowning, they noticed that other people started frowning, or other people would hold their head down, or other people would seem to feel really badly, or they would walk kind of, in a slump. And then they would enter a room smiling, and they noticed that people that encountered them smiled, even if they were frowning before they encountered them. Why? Because your smile and everything you do is energy. The elegant lady has lots of loving, positive, juicy energy. So she smiles to exemplify that. And while some people will say life is too short, the elegant lady says, life is so amazing. It's too amazing for me to frown. Life is so beautiful. Life is so grand. Life and God have created me for a purpose. I'm here and I'm going to express how happy I am with my facial features. She is genuinely full of joy. And that leads me to number 10. The elegant lady has gratitude. She's grateful. She's thankful. And she says it often. Thank you. It's my pleasure to serve you. Because when you come from a place of gratitude, not only are you thankful for what you receive, but you are thankful and grateful to be able to serve. So she'll say things like, thank you. I appreciate you. It's my pleasure. And I like those words better than no problem, because what the mind hears is problem. So they might hear no, but also hear problem. The elegant lady is so mindful of her words that she says, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my high honor. I am grateful. I am thankful. And she also says, I get to, instead of I got to. So when you have a scarcity mindset, you may be challenged And you may say things like, oh my God, I gotta get up and take care of these kids. I gotta serve this man. I gotta go to this meeting. Oh, is it that day? I gotta volunteer. No, 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 no. The elegant lady is thankful. I get to serve my husband. I get to take care of my children. I get to take care of the ancestors. I get to go to service today. I get to serve humanity. I get to raise the vibrations. I get to exude and show love. I get to exemplify the feminine expression of God. I get to show and highlight what it looks like to be a goddess or have God essence. She is grateful, she is thankful, and she expresses it in her mentality, in her mannerisms, and in her speech. So, my darlings, those are the top 10 qualities of an elegant lady. She has a positive mindset. She has a peaceful, calming demeanor and disposition. She speaks with grace. Her words are seasoned with class, and she uses endearing terms often. She doesn't use foul language. She doesn't cuss. She doesn't use low vibrational words. She uses words that elevate God, herself, and everyone around her, including her husband and children. Number 4, the elegant lady exudes joy and exuberance and elation because she really has those high vibrational feelings, and she only does the things that are conducive to her joy. And that's why when I talk about she gets to do these certain things, it's important to have a certain mindset. She exudes joy. What's in this cup, in this bottle, is for me, but the overflow is for you. So I constantly pour into myself as an elegant lady, constantly take good care of myself so that I am well nourished and well watered. And then whatever comes out and springs out, bursts through my being, bursts through my body, bursts through my mentality, burst through my smile. That is for you and for everybody else around me. So she exudes joy. 5, she has excellent communication skills. She always comes from a place of win-win because she has an abundance mindset, because her paradigm is such that there's enough for everybody. We can all have some resolve. We can all have peace. We can all come to a place of agreement. So we're going to keep communing back and forth, and we're going to have great communication until we both win. She's not aggressive in her speech. She may be assertive in her speech, but she may speak with sweet words in an assertive manner, in a kind manner. What I mean by assertive is she's just stating how she feels. She's excellent in her communication. She knows that you can win and I can win. She doesn't communicate in such a word that as long as I get my needs met, that's all I'm concerned about. I don't care about you. I'm going to be mean to you. I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to curse you out. No, 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 because that makes you feel badly. We're about lifting the vibrations of our family and our friends and the society around us. So she speaks in a way and communes in a way that's such that we can both win. Not win, lose, and not lose, where we're just not going to talk about anything, or I don't care how you feel, so I'm going to be disrespectful, and then I don't get what my needs met and you don't get your needs met. No, she is win-win. I have a whole video on how to communicate from a win-win paradigm. Next, she is very productive. That's number 6 with her time. She's not a busybody. She doesn't gossip. She doesn't speak about people. She doesn't backbite. She's not utilizing her time going on expensive trips just to be able to kick it and carouse. No, 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 no. Her priorities are in alignment with her values. Her priorities include God, the ancestors, herself, her husband, her children, and her family and community. She prioritizes her time. She has a great mind. She remembers what former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt said, that great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. So she only discusses things that are in alignment with having a high vibrational mind, high vibrational thoughts. And she makes sure she prioritizes her day and her life based on her values. God's ancestors, husband, self, children, family, community. Next, the elegant lady practices good posture. We talked about what that means. Shoulders up, shoulders back, stomach tucked in, head up. And she imagines a string pulling everything tightly until she's all pulled together. She practices good posture. Why? Because when you practice good posture, you're saying that I think very highly of myself, I'm in a good place, and other people respond to your posture. When you slouch, what you communicate to people is that you're lazy, you're slothful, and you don't care about yourself, your appearance, or even your family. So, but when you sit with good posture, you're stating something to the world. I care about myself. I think highly of myself. And since I think highly of myself, I think highly of you. And that's communicated in the way that I sit, stand, use my hands, conduct my mannerisms, and in the way that I speak. Number 8, she has integrity. She has high values and morals. She places things back that she's used. She makes sure that she at all times exemplifies excellence in everything that she does, whether it's nighttime, morning, or afternoon. She maintains her integrity. Even if other people do not, and they chide her and they're rude and disrespectful, the elegant lady is still graceful because she has integrity. She thinks highly about herself. So she's going to make sure that the way and the manner in which she responds is pleasant, although it may be direct and assertive, and sweet and kind. She's not masculine and abrasive and outlandish in her speech and her retort, because usually the elegant lady has a covering, a husband, a father, a brother, some type of covering that will deal with conflict on her behalf. This is why it's so important, in my humble opinion, for families to get back together and for women to be married, to have a covering. The covering takes care of those hard issues so that she doesn't have to. But if she has to, she does it in a graceful manner. Number 9, she smiles because the smile on her face exemplifies the joy and the positivity that she has on the inside. And number 10, she expresses gratitude, and she does it often. She looks all around her and she says thankful because she is genuinely grateful for what she has, for what she has worked for the fruit that she's born. She's grateful for all that the universe, God, the ancestors, her husband, her father, her children, her family, her society has provided for her. So my family and friends all over the world, those are the top 10 qualities of an elegant, graceful woman. Again, I thought it was very important to bring that to you today because I consider myself graceful. I consider myself to be a lady, to be elegant, and I feel very sincerely that when we ladies learn how to be classy again, then people will have more respect for us. They will take time out to take care of us. They will feel a sense of responsibility to do things for us because everybody loves a feminine, elegant lady. The only person who doesn't love a feminine, elegant lady is a woman who is not in touch with the inner goddess that she is. The woman who has maybe had to be abrasive or chosen to be abrasive seems to not like elegant, refined ladies. And that's okay because that's her and her experience, and it is her prerogative. So we will pray for her that she will become in alignment with her goddess self and her feminine energy. So that's it, family. I am so grateful that you took time to hear that from me today. I have taken so much time off to be rested, to take good care of myself, and to just think about and reflect upon the goodness of God, to reflect upon all the things that I worked hard for, to tend to my personal needs, my emotional needs, my spiritual needs, my physical needs, my psychological needs as well, and to the needs of my family. So right now I am on a fruit diet where I'm just eating only fruit, fresh fruits and nuts and seeds, and drinking plenty of water. So my skin is starting to glow again. My hair is looking nice and healthy. My body feels good. I'm positive. I'm happier because living foods actually feeds your cells. They cause your cells to rejuvenate and that you become vibrant and you have vitality and you exude and exuberate joy and elation and happy positive feelings when you eat right and you drink lots of water. So I appreciate you for being patient with me as I took time to take care of myself. You're welcome. So now I will take a little time to see if anybody has comments. Thank you again for watching. Sister Cynthia, hello. It's so good to see you today. God bless you. She said, thank you, doctor. In my opinion, this was very good, but this one of things that we're going to have to unlearn to relearn. I agree. A lot of us have to unlearn some of our other ways, or what people call masculine ways, because we are all masculine and feminine. Women are masculine and feminine, meaning we have both characteristics, and men are masculine and feminine. But for whatever reason, that we can think of many reasons, many situations, a lot of us women have become a little more masculine. That means we become aggressive and harsh and abrasive, combative, oppositional, those things that deal with masculine energies or masculine characteristics, being a warrior, so to speak, having to hustle and get that bag, get that money, do, go, go, go. Those qualities are the qualities, for the most part, of the masculine side of the woman and the masculine side of the man. And we've had to or chosen to operate in that mode for so long that we might have to unlearn those characteristics and not practice as much doing those things and relearn what it means to be elegant, graceful, classy, refined, so that we can enjoy being served. That's what the feminine does. The feminine expression of God receives. Not only is she gentle and kind and nurturing and loving and good and juicy, but she receives. Yes. So whereas the male gives, she receives. She doesn't hustle. She doesn't have to work hard. Part of her may do that, but the feminine side doesn't. So we may have to relearn what the feminine side is about: how to be elegant, how to be graceful, how to be classy, how to be soft and gentle and refined. Thank you so much, Sister Cynthia. And she says, hey, family, because we need to know each one can reach one. I love that. Absolutely. So, family members, if you have anything that you like to say, uh, oops, I'm sorry. Somebody says, Dr. Kia, you look so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. That's Teresa64. I appreciate that. I've done so much work these past few days or past few weeks that I've been off and not reporting intel, not researching, but just taking the time to love on myself, to hug myself, to kiss on myself, to dote on myself, to get my massages and do my belly dancing and working out and drinking my water, plenty of water, and eating lots of fruits and vegetables, living fruits and vegetables, live fruits and vegetables, uncooked fruits and vegetables, because they're still living and they're replenishing my body and just making me feel, and I think maybe even look more youthful. Do we have to use sex to be sexy? I don't think so. Because I think sexy might be synonymous with being salacious, sensual, juicy, let's see, desirable. And I have a whole video on that. I do. And I started to post that. I'll post that one after I post this one about being sensual without being sexual. So I'll post that. Thank you so much. That is a good segue into the next video. So I appreciate you all being here. I love you all so much. My name is Dr. Kia Pruitt. Some of the gentlemen here on the channel call me Dr. Elegance. I appreciate that. You can call me Dr. Pruitt. You can call me Dr. Elegance. Just don't call me late for dinner. I hope and I trust that I've said something, anything to raise your vibrations and cause you to create the most amazing, beautiful, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. And who you see here today is who I am. This is how I live. This is how I behave. This is how I move, how I talk, what I do on a daily basis. So this is no fake stuff. It's how I was trained, how I was raised by my mom, my grandmother, even my mother-in-law. Because back in the day, your mother-in-law, potential mother-in-law, and the women in your community identified the young women, because we were all virgins at that time, we're young women, and prepare them to be ladies, prepare them to be elegant, graceful ladies who may one day become a wife and mother. I love you. My battery is going low and it's about to cut out. Bye-bye. Make this a great night. Peace, family. Mwah.